Jump in these comments, like this stream. If you are new to this channel, subscribe. Let's go. Funk Flex Bomb one time. Let's do a Funk Flex Bomb one time. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. It's your guy who is never lying, sometimes defiant. TP Way the Giant, man. Good morning to each and every one of you. New York Giants salute to all of my New York Giant fans that is tuned in, rocking with me on this beautiful Saturday morning, man. We already know what time it is. It is the New York Football Giants versus the New Orleans Saints. 1 p.m. at Caesars Superdome. Every game, I don't even have to say this is a big game because, to be honest with you, every game for us is a big game. Can we add another win to this record? I'm going to just go ahead, and I'm not going to even be dramatic about this, most definitely. But the big question is, will we? Will we? I think it is a damn shame that a lot of us are reserved and a lot of us are nervous going into this game versus the Saints. That speaks to a lot. That is what's going on with this team. But we're going to get into that for sure. Y'all jump in these comments. Let's talk about this matchup. And we're going to let this intro play. And then it's go time. Let's go.
I felt there was no better athlete on that field than me. I was the best athlete on the field, and in order to win, you have to beat me. If you can't beat me, then you can't win.
I tell you right now, you know everybody gonna watch this ass whoop my put on you, right?
It's your guy who is never lying, sometimes defiant. It's a way to try.
And you get both feet down on the ground, and then it came out of the pile. This ball's thrown, and Tyree, that may be the greatest catch I've ever seen. And it lobs it, Burris alone, touchdown New York.
Kenneth Perkins is in the building. Saying what up, man. New York Giants salute to Kenneth Perkins. What it do? Taquan Lewis is in the building. I see you. Money Mike says the dark era is here, baby. Yes, the dark era is here. I would feel a lot better once that Coach Dable era is away from us. But yes, the dark era is definitely here, man. Frank White in the building says, what it do? Yes, sir, I see you.
So good, baby.
Frank White is in the building. Money Mike said, we gonna fry the Saints. I believe it. I'm with you. Frank White says, I'm not afraid of no Saints. Facts. And Maurice Lewis says, Jersey here. Shout out to Jersey. I see you.
So good, baby.
All right, so listen, man. I was asked this question, and I'm going to pose this question to each and every one of you. What does Coach Dable have to accomplish in your eyes this season in order for him to buy himself some more time? What does Coach Dable have to accomplish in your eyes this season in order for him to buy himself some more time? Because, to be honest, for me, as good as it felt, as happy as I was, to win that Chargers game, it didn't distract me from the big picture. It's going to take more than a Chargers win for me. It's going to take more than a Saints win. It's going to take me seeing us as contenders for a wild card spot. And I'm not saying we have to necessarily jump into the wild cards, slot. But I expect us to at least be contenders. It's going to take New York Giant wins that are convincing. I need New York Giant wins that says, okay, yeah, the New York Giants walked in there, they won that game. Not they survived or like the other team just didn't win it. And for those who've been rocking with me, I know what I mean by that. I don't want to lean on the hard schedule excuse. To me, that is just some soft shit and just another excuse out of hundreds that y'all been feeding me. I don't even want to hear that. I want to beat the Eagles. I want to beat the Commanders. I want to beat Dallas. I want to beat the teams that we match well with, the winnable games, the Bears, the Patriots, the Raiders, the Vikings. See, a lot of y'all enjoy the microwavable success, and that's kind of like where our disconnect is. Just having Jackson Dart on roster was good enough for a lot of people, for y'all to want to keep Coach Dable. Fuck wins, losses, and production. Y'all, a lot of people is just okay with the Dart era, and I'm not saying anybody literally in this chat. I'm just saying that's what I've been hearing from Giant fans. They get so just distracted and easily just excited about microwavable shit. Coach Dable, simply put, man, is just not a guy I believe in, man. And I know we on this trajectory of getting on this high right now, and things seem to be getting better as Giant fans, but I'm not distracted. I'm not distracted by microwavable success. It's not about believing our team won't get the job done. I mean, I'm going into every game with the mindset of punching a motherfucker in the face. That's just y'all know me. But it's about my confidence being shot because I know we lack the coaching that's going to be the glue that puts it all together. I mean, that's the big picture of it all. So I'm seeing y'all in the chat. My man Maurice Lewis says the team just has to be competitive throughout the season. Yes, indeed. Frank White says a wild card berth. Kenneth Perkins says needs to act like he knows how to coach, for sure. For sure. And then Kenneth Perkins also says putting the right talent on the field, but everything you're saying is spot on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Money Mike says 7 to 8 wins and competitive in our losses with Dart showing he's getting better through the season. I could live with that. Frank White says, and I don't want to see us get lucky wins. I want to see decisive wins. Yes, I need convincing wins, man, for sure. Iman Perry says, big excuse, especially since Dable been here for 4 years. Yes, man, that is a fact. That is a fact. Shout out to the undisputed heavyweight champ in the building. Says, woo! Fire Dayball now. Woo! Yeah, man. Frank White also says, me too. It's like because we have Dart, all is hunky-dory. Nah, Dable has to put us in no doubt and believe that he is the guy. And Kenneth Perkins says, not just fans, some podcasters, they take very little to be excited about this team. They love mediocre players on this roster. And also shout out to my guy Mosley, who was in the building.
So good, baby,
He says,
baby.
major salute to TP in the chat, for sure, for sure. Y'all make sure that y'all please like this stream, man. Like. And if you're new, go ahead and subscribe, especially if you are a Giant fan. But yes, man, yes, I agree to that. I think, even Coach Dable, hearing the soundbite of him after Jackson Dart, scores, he pokes his chest out. It's like a little arrogance to him, like, that's our guy. Like, I get it to the degree of Coach Dable did stick his neck out and kind of went against the grain, not picking up Shedeur Sanders in the draft, and then picked up Jackson Dart, which seems to be like Good move. Seems to be like something that I can't really push back on too heavy. But what about after that though? What about after that? Okay, yeah, you picked the right guy, but what are you doing with the right guy? Well, ultimately, it's not just what are you doing with this team? And so from that standpoint, it's just like that's where it's kind of like I just don't see the reason as to the arrogance, and I just feel like that is something that has been very frustrating with Coach Dable is his arrogance, his pride, his ego. And I feel like ultimately, man, it hurts us time after time. For real. So, I mean, anyway, I don't wanna be the Debbie Downer. You know what I mean? We have a very winnable matchup. And I think that I don't even want to begin this conversation yet as to what does this mean if we lose this game versus what it means if we win. But I do want to start here, man, and kind of just talk about some things that we need to do on our end, man, going into this Saints game. I'm gonna start here. I think the D line, they must eat, and we must get after the quarterback. We must eat and get after the quarterback. Last week was a good showing by our defensive line. I think that it also kind of woke them up as far as momentum is concerned. I definitely think they want to build off of that week. I think it was a good week to have our defensive line, do what they did. They beat up a beat up offensive line in the Chargers, but it's going to be one of the same, man, going against the Saints. And let me just be honest about this whole thing because I'm still in the mindset of just like I'm not going to go ahead and just mark this as a W because I told y'all every game from here on forth is the Giants is just going to have to show me. I'm not going to be speaking up. Like they're going to have to earn any win that I get next to any team. But in the same breath and time, man, the Saints is not a good team. The Saints is not a good team. Out of any team that we play for the rest of the season, I will say, as far as confidence concerned, I can't be more confident than I am this week than any other week. I'm just being honest. The offensive line is nothing to call home about. And so this D-line that is supposed to be, one of the best, if not the best in the league, I gotta get a performance that reflects that. No excuses. No excuses. So I need to see us, rattle Spencer Rattler. That's what I need to see. I don't care about what Rattler says in his press conference and all that other. I never liked Spencer Rattler, so things ain't really changed for me. And so I just ultimately think that, you know what, anything can be said at this point. Like I think where we are right now in this time, it's like all of the fluff that you probably would entertain is just out the window. It's out the window. Like I'm just in such a like, man. It's time to just put up or shut up. So like I don't care about what Spencer Rattler has to say about this defense and all that. Go hunt. Go hunt. Go punch that little boy in his mouth, man. That's how I see it. So I need this D-line, man, to go out there and be dominant, man. I think the biggest thing about Spencer Rattler's game is his ability to run. He has a little burst that you don't typically see at the quarterback position. And a part of that is because, the passing game is weak. The passing game is weak. I expect my guy, Drew Phillips, to have another really good game. I expect our secondary to have one of their better showings, to be honest with you. Because that's just how little I think of a lot of this offense. I will say, though, defensively, everybody must play fast because I'm expecting for the Chargers to do what they do, man, and that is run the ball, but just not run up the middle. They like to have these outside runs, man, and run outside these tackles. If you had to pick a weak point to our defense, yeah, it's stopping the runs. And also, man, when it comes to just getting outside of those tackles, everybody, including these corners, are going to have to be aggressive. We're going to have to be aggressive, and we're going to have to run like angry men, man, pursuit to the ball, man. Something that I've seen just watching the film, and I kind of pointed out a little bit in my last videos, that this defense is a lot of times, man, we lack just discipline and integrity in our assignments. Like, especially with these corners, our corners can't have the mindset that they only have one job and element to this defense. Like, our corners have to definitely go out there with the expectation that on run downs and run plays, they have to come up and tackle, man. They have to come up and tackle and secure those edges and make sure that these guys are not getting outside of them. And the same thing with the linebacker play and Bobby Okereke. I need to see Bobby, like, his pursuit to the ball with some intensity. Man, I miss my guy Michael McFadden, man. Man, I miss Michael McFadden. So, like, that is just what I need to see from this defense, because I know that they're going to run the ball. The same thing that we did, like, with the Chargers, as far as just offense trying to, stay on the field, and the defense is trying to get the offense off the field. Like, that's going to be more of the story and what we're going to see. Alvin Kamara has speed. We know this. But we got to also match the speed with physicality. So our ends also, we can't be too greedy. We have to do our assignments, setting the edges. So we have to play sound football, man. But most importantly, man, when it comes to just stopping the run, we just got to be prepared for whatever it is that they tried to bring. Am I worried about it? No, I'm not saying this to sound like I'm too worried about it. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Saints. This is the Saints. They're not all that good, man. They're not. I'm just being real with you. But in the same breath and time, I mean, I'm not going out there like, oh, we the big bad mother effing blue, and it's gonna be just easy work. No. Everything is gonna have to be earned still. Offensively, we must win up front at the point of attack. We got to, because this is a game where I see us open it up in the passing game. I don't see why not this game. This definitely should be the game that we do that, because if not this game, then when? We're not going to approach every game like the Charger game, ladies and gentlemen. Everything can't be Jackson Dart running and Scatterbo running. That just can't be our offense throughout the duration of the season. So there's going to have to be an element of just a passing attack being woken up, man, with us. And this is the perfect game to let that go. Jackson Dart, his first start last week, he was a little rusty as far as putting the ball in the air, but rightfully so. First game, can't be overcritical, but it's just something to notice. Then you have to build the timing with these receivers and things like that. A lot of his reps, were with second string receivers and things of that nature from what we've seen with him. So Jackson Dart and receivers are definitely going to have to get on the same page as far as this passing game is concerned. Darius Slayton had a couple times where he beat the corner. And we got to get the ball there, man. We got to get the ball. Everybody keep talking about Darius Slayton and what he's not. But we got to give Darius Slayton a chance to make a play before we could talk about him not making a play. Got to get the timing down with Wan'Dale Robinson. We know that's a special case. We know that with Wandell, that's a special case for sure. You know, we got tight ends that we need to utilize. Like, I don't understand. Like, that should be a given, man. The tight end usage should be a given, especially in a game like this. So, I mean, I'm expecting to see that this week, man. I am. I believe Jackson Dart does have the tangibles, man, of making these big plays and opening up a passing game. But you got to get those reps. You got to get them. And I know I sound like a broken record saying this, but we must take advantage of our red zone opportunities, man. God damn. It's not just good enough moving the ball up the field. Like, we got to put points on the board, man. That is how we win games. We get to the red zone. Let's not be the New York field goal Giants. Punch the ball in, man, and go get 6. And I'm not just talking about coaching. I'm talking to players as well. It's both. It's both. Come on, man. I need us to make sure that when we smell that end zone, that we go get 6. I mean, there's only but so much that you can lean on this defense for, man. We can't lean on the defense to score for us too, man. God damn. Like, if this defense is putting us in a good position to succeed, we need to take advantage of that. So, when it comes to the coaching aspect of it, yeah, I mean, I spoke to this before. Draw up plays that are sufficient and that give us the best chance. That's all I'm looking for. That's all I'm looking for. I don't want to get too cute and too fancy, but at the same time, I don't want to be so predictable. I don't want to be so predictable. Like, running all of these QB draws every chance that we breathe is just not it. It's not it. Like, that got to be a setup for something else. Please, let's get this play action game going. Let's get these tight ends involved. My man Kenneth Perkins, I see you talking about Thomas Fedoni. I mean, come on. And then in the same breath and time, on the players aspect of it, like, god damn, man. Like, y'all get up there and start choking. Wan'Dale Robinson dropping the ball. False starts for Greg Van Roten. Like, we gotta shake that shit. We gotta shake that shit. It's no longer the first game of the season. So that's something that I'm just going to definitely be paying attention to, man. Punch that ball in, man, when we get to the red zone. So we do, I mean, again, I'm not sitting here trying to make it like this big hoopla that I think that, you know, the Giants is going to just go in there and stink it up. I'm not wishing for that. I'm not hoping for that. I don't necessarily think that is going to be the case. And I think that the Saints is just, I don't look at them as an formidable opponent. So if we do go in there and there's a world where we lose versus the Saints, oh man, but we'll talk about that in just a second. A lot of people are particularly when it comes to this passing game, are talking about receivers stepping up, but a lot of the conversation has been about Jalen Hyatt. Is this or can this be a Jalen Hyatt game? I mean, I'll have the conversation, but I'm not holding my breath. I'm not holding my breath, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, I don't say things like this unless I truly believe it. But I've hopped off that Jalen Hyatt train, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's just another one that goes in on my list that he's just gonna have to show me. And please, I would love to be wrong. I would absolutely love to be wrong about Jalen Hyatt, but it just don't seem like it's working out right here, man. You know, there's a few factors to consider when you think about this Jalen Hyatt game that was supposed to be happening. Again, like I mentioned, man, timing. We haven't seen a quarterback yet, man, that has really got down the timing with Jalen Hyatt. He's not really like every other receiver that we have on this team. I mean, he's just our deep threat guy, and we have to really put it out there, for one. And for two, I mean, it's a big timing thing. A big timing thing. Like, even when we look back, again, I'm not really getting on Jackson Dart about this because this was his first go. But if we look at the couple of shots down the field that we gave to Malik Neighbors, I mean, they were underthrown balls. And it's not to say that I believe that Jackson Dart can't make the throw, but that just speaks to the whole just getting on the same page with your receiver. And again, deep ball accuracy is a thing. It's a thing. What does that deep ball accuracy look like, man, just with these receivers, but particularly with Jalen Hyatt? Like, these are all things that needs to happen in order for Jalen Hyatt to have the game. And so that's why it's just like, it sounds good, and I want that to be the case. Do I believe that is going to be the case is another question. On Jalen Hyatt's part, I mean, his ability, man, to call separation, it has to be there. It has to be there. And really, my big thing when it comes to Jalen Hyatt, because I've been in this position before, is that Jalen Hyatt needs to understand that he may get one shot. He may get just one opportunity. And it may not even be the best of opportunities. But Jalen Hyatt has to go in there with the mindset of, no matter what the opportunity is, I'm going to do my damn best and do everything I know to do to take advantage of it. I feel like that is the big question mark next to Jalen Hyatt for me. That's the big thing that I'm looking forward to. So whatever opportunity that is, whenever that is, I think if Jalen Hyatt gets it, he has to take advantage of it, man. He has to. Because time is not on his side. It is not. And also, when we have all of those elements, but you also have to think of the play scheme of things. Like, we ain't been able to draw up shit for real for any receivers. For any receivers. And I'm talking about even with Malik on the field. So, when we're talking about, the production of, who said it? I don't know. Somebody in the comments was saying the production of Slayton and Wandell. My man Kenneth, I see you. Well, we also gotta keep in mind that what plays are we drawing up to help these receivers play to their best strengths? Because I haven't seen that yet, and that's one of my big frustrations about what is going on, with Coach Dable and Mike Kafka. I haven't seen it. Like, I've watched that Charger game, and although it went the way it went, I was looking at, man, the play designs and how they schemed guys open and things like that, and I was just like, damn, man, I want that. That's what I want for our receivers. Forget the names. Forget the names, because we got receivers that can get to point A to point B, man, and if you just give them the ball, they can make something happen. I'm not going to rip and rave and act like our receivers is just the best things walking, but I think we can get production for sure out these receivers. But see, my big thing is just I don't think that coaching-wise, I don't think we're putting our receivers in the best position to succeed, and that's my big issue, man. That is my big issue. And I don't believe it's going to happen. I just believe that we've seen the best of this coaching staff, man, the best of Coach Dable. I've seen that. I believe that, I'm not going to continue to kid myself or fool myself thinking that just because we have Jackson Dart, that certain elements that we've seen week after week is just going to change. I just don't. So while everybody is, up in arms about, the Jackson Dart era, I mean, I'm with y'all in the sense of, look, I think Jackson Dart is like the guy. I think he's the guy. You know, I'm ready to rock with him. But I also think he's the guy being held back. And I also think that we have a team that is capable of doing more than what they are doing. And I also think that if we don't, get better in certain elements, then, we're not going to win the marathon. We just, here and there, just winning a couple races. And we're going to be doing the same thing over and over again. Y'all going to be hyped. We beat the Chargers. Then we'll mess around and walk into the Saints territory, lose, or whatever it is, and then be talking the same old spill. So I'm in that gray area. I'm in that gray area where it's like I'm not going to be fooled. And I'm not going to get overhyped by some shit that we should have been doing. Now I got to see more of the marathon of things. I got to see the consistency. Because you don't get credit for doing things one time. You get credit for doing the good things consistently. And that's just what I need to see. That's just what I need to see. We're in a deficit right now, so I'm going to act like it. It's a standard. It's a standard that also New York Giant fans should set for themselves. Not getting happy and excited over just small bullshit. I don't care how many times Coach Dable's on that sideline yelling and hooraying and all that other shit. No, we need production. We need to get out of this funk of being a laughingstock of the NFC East. Because right now it is open. It is open. And that's one thing that people need to realize. Shit is open right now. What are we going to do in this moment of time, though? What are we going to do? Are we going to say, oh, it's open, but you know what? It's okay next season because we had a hard-ass schedule. Man, bullshit. Bullshit. Or are we going to say, you know what? Things is open right now. We do have a little momentum. Yes, we do have Jackson Dart. Yes, we do have this defense that's playing good right now. Let's make sure that we close the gap. We close the gap. So by the time it gets to the late portion of the season, we are still in the conversation of things. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy for thinking the way I think, right? I don't know. But let me jump in these comments, man. I see y'all. Let me see. Let me see. Mosley says Debum needs to go. Hey, I'm with you on that side, man. I'm with you on that side. And again, I mean, look, he has an opportunity to anybody who is on that side of things. I mean, how much more time, how many more opportunities do you need to give a head coach? I think that he has an opportunity right now to make a case. Yes, he's on his last leg. He done opened up the Jackson Dart box. So now it's it. It's it. So this is show and prove time, man, as far as I'm concerned when it comes to him. Frank White says D-line has to be foaming at the mouth this week, man. They have to be hungry. Yeah, and I believe it. I believe they will. And Coach Shane Bowen, if he coaches a game like we seen versus the Chargers, I ain't worried. Maurice Lewis says the Saints are not a good team, and neither are we. That's a fact. That is a fact. But I do think, even in that spectrum of things, I do think we're a better team than the Saints. I do. I get what you're saying, but it's certain levels. And if I do find out, if I'm wrong about this, then I'm even more disheartened about this whole situation. Iman Perry says, Rattler looks like a bootleg Mahomes. Frank White says, we are a lot better than this record. Yeah, man. And that's the frustrating thing about this season, man. That's the frustrating thing about it all, man, for real. Is that you look at these players, man, and you look at, what we have on this roster, and you know that we are, man. You know that we are better than what this record shows. But all in all, all of that doesn't really matter, man. All of that doesn't really matter, and that's the unfortunate part. Money Mike says we should be 2-2. Cowboys' loss was insane. Man, not only that, pretty much every damn game, man. every game that we had speaks to the fact that we're a better team than what's been shown. Every game that we played this year, we was capable of winning. Mosey says, I see another interception for Drew tomorrow. Yeah, man. Drew's my guy, man. Drew is my guy. I think Drew's gonna definitely, man, have himself a game. Frank White says, at least 2-2. I thought we'd be 3-1, but coaching is trash. Fact. Iman Perry says, you know that's gonna be it. Dable loves to run his quarterbacks. Yes. And that goes to what I was saying, man, as far as I think we've just seen who he is, man. If people show you who they are, don't fight against it, man. They are who they are. And I think that's the case when it comes to Coach Dable, man. He is who he's shown us to be. Kenneth Perkins says, Thomas Fedoni, I believe, has the potential to be an exciting weapon for us. Yes, very true, man. Very true. And as of right now, man, one thing that I've been doing too is just been looking back at, like, I understand the preseason isn't regular season. We all know that. But there are certain things that happen in the preseason where I'm just asking myself, this will be the perfect time to implement it now. This will be the perfect time to implement it in the regular season. And so I always question myself as to why we haven't or why we are not. Even when it comes to, like, roster moves, right, receiver-wise. Montreal Washington and Juice Wells Jr. are two names that could pop up in my head. Why? Like, I would love to see them in this moment of time. I would love to see those guys. Frank White, why are we not looking at OBJ is a mystery to me. Yeah, as big of an Odell fan that I am, I get it. I do think that we just ultimately we have to make a move at receiver. I mean, I've been looking at certain names that we've been, going out there and they've been running the field to see what's what. I don't know any of those guys. And so I think it's also to a certain point where it's like, you know what, God damn, like I would definitely take Odell over these guys that y'all are looking at right now that they seem to be, trying out or whatever it is. But in the same breath and time, it's just also like I'm trying to be logical about this whole Odell thing, and I'm not trying to lead with my heart, but more with my mind. So, yeah, maybe there's an opportunity where at least we could try Odell out, see what he looks like and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't know about I don't know where he stands as to right now. I'm not closing the door. I'm not saying that. It's a big question mark for me. I just don't know. So, yeah. Yeah, we talked about this with Kenneth Perkins. Shout out to him. Money Mike says, we continue to prove the O-line and get a legit wide receiver too this offseason. We are back. Yeah, man. See, this is the thing. And I'm a word person. So certain things stick out to me. I do think, this offensive line is definitely, better than we have seen it in quite some time. And I think we're moving towards the right direction as far as continuing to better this old line with years to come. And I think that is definitely when that time comes and we start talking draft for the next season, that's definitely on the top of my list. Definitely on my top of my list. But when it comes to this season, I don't think we can blame our offensive line for too much. I mean, of course. There definitely has to be better play in the middle. I'm not sitting here and act like I'm oblivious to that. But when we say get a legit wide receiver, I think we have a legit wide receiver too. And Darius Slayton. I think he is definitely a legit wide receiver too. I think that we just need more depth in this wide receiver room. But I'm just not hopping on the train with the belief that we don't have a legit wide receiver too. I don't believe that. I don't. And I think we'll all, come to find that out if we could get the ball to Darius Slayton. Because a lot of that has been the case, man. Like, think about it. Darius Slayton has been getting open. He's been beating this man. But if you factor in the penalties like them, the pass interferences, these guys have been having to hold on for dear life trying to guard Darius Slayton. And then you factor in, the missed throws by the quarterbacks. I mean, we can't just look at, put this on Darius Slayton. We got to break it down at times. So, again, I'm hoping that opens up, and I think this will be a good week for a few receivers, and Darius Slayton is included in that. Kenneth Perkins says, Joe Shane and Dable act like when drafted Malik, that's all they needed in a receiver room. The others haven't proven they scare defenses. Yeah. But again, I'm going to double down on the fact that we also have to scheme them up. We have to scheme them up, for sure. I need to see something that play scheme-wise, play design-wise, that also plays to the strengths of our receivers, man. We have receivers that are fast. I want to utilize it, man. I mean, I always tell about, man, take a look at what teams are doing in the passing game. That the teams that are like have these high-powered offenses, take a look at what they're doing. Let's go see. And I think that, that speaks to a lot to the lack of production as well. Yeah, the receivers have a hand in it. And I'm not, trust me, I'm not trying to take the blame off of them. But I think a lot does have to do with this coaching staff. Kenneth Perkins says, Hyatt doesn't run routes, but the Giants knew that coming out of college. Yeah. Yep. Money Mike says, I'm going to be honest, I never believed in Hyatt in college. He's just fast, but always was bad at route running. Okay, I understand that. I'm one of those guys, man, who did believe in Hyatt, I did think that he was going to be one of those deep threat guys that was going to be hard to really guard when it came to the whole pie of who we had. When we had, when you're thinking about Malik and company, when you think about Malik, Darius Slayton, and then Jalen Hyatt, I was in the belief that it was going to be hard to stop this receiving group as a whole. I did know that, yes, he's a deep ball threat. I looked at him as that. I didn't, look for him to be much more than that. His rookie year was promising. His rookie year was promising. And then we just haven't seen that since. So, yeah. Frank White says, and we benched the most accurate deep ball player in the last year. At least top 5. And yeah, let everybody else tell it. He's the garbage quarterback known to man. Let everybody else tell it. But anyway, we ain't gonna get into that. We know Frank White. Frank White with a hot take here, man. He says, I think Dable set up Russ to take the fall to get Dart in. It's funny. It's funny you say this because I've gotten to the point where I just don't trust shit about Coach Dable, man. I just don't trust nothing. I don't trust his motives. I don't trust nothing. You know what I mean? So it's just like that's another just part of it, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Nah, let me not be negative. I don't want to stay here and be negative. Iman Perry says, we not. This is Josh Allen's playbook. Yeah, a lot of runs up the middle. For sure. Clinton Jones in the building says, salute, New York Giants. Salute to my guy, Clinton Jones. I see you. Frank White says, Dart will succeed in spite of Dable. Yeah. And see, that's the thing. You just can't get distracted by just that. You also have to ask yourself, okay, what happens if Dart was backed by better coaching or a better situation? For sure. But I'm with Dart, man. I'm I'm telling you, I'm in the car. Let me see. Kenneth Perkins says, at this point, we all know it's up to the players to be good in a game. Dable is not going to get the best out of them by playing to their strengths. Yeah, man. Yeah, let me see. Let me scroll down here. I want to get some new names in here. I see y'all. Dope Dez says Odell was at the first home game. Yeah, He was. He was. And we're not going to sit here and act like Odell don't want to be back here. I mean, I know on his side he want to be back here. So, again, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at the idea. You know what I mean? You know, I would be all for it. I just don't know if I'm just all like hype about it because for one, I just don't know if it's gonna be a thing. I don't know if that's really a thing or if we talking about it just being a thing. But look, y'all, for those who know, I'm a big Odell fan, so look, I would be with it, especially in this point in time. You know, when Malik was in the picture, I wasn't really even diving into the rumors. But now, look, man, why not? Why not? Darnell Big Money is in the building, says TP ready to get this win tomorrow, man. That is a fact. Let's talk about this win, man. Let's talk about this win tomorrow. Let's get this win. Let's get this win. That's really all, like, you know, not forget everything else, but that's the main piece. It's finding out a way to get this win. Point blank, period. You know, I don't even, like, a lot of wins is just won't be pretty. This should be a pretty one. I'm ready to go in there, man, and just look like the ultimate better team than the Saints. And I get it, right? I get it. We are considered a bad team. I understand that. But I'm going to tell you one thing, man. I be jumping in these different live streams, having these different conversations with other bad teams. And I still believe that when it comes to the tier of bad teams, that we are better than certain teams. Now, I'm not stooping down that low. I think we are better than certain bad teams. And one thing that I've learned about myself that I have a pet peeve about is when teams that I know that we are better in, but this may look better in the record category, but because of teams that they played and things like that and certain circumstances. See, I don't like when worse teams than us talk big boy shit. That has been a pet peeve of mine. And so when it comes to the Saints, we need to go in there, man, and clearly show, like, no, it is levels to bad teams. It is levels. Like, we're not bad as in the bottom of the NFL bad. That's what we need to go out there and prove. We need to go out there and prove, like, oh, we just have some issues, and that's what's kind of holding us back. But in the same breath and time, we can get shit done. We could beat anybody. I mean, we just shown that this past week. Like, that's what I'm looking forward to seeing this week. Please, at least, I mean, y'all been kind of letting me down all year, Giants. But please prove this. Please prove this. I don't need one Saint fan thinking shit is sweet over here. Not the Saints. Not the Saints. I don't need one Saint fan thinking that this is a win for them, man, after being 0-4. No, man. No. So this is definitely a game that I'm expecting for us to look at as such, man. To go in there and get this dub. And there's some teams on this schedule that also I run into their live streams and I have conversation with content creators and they talking big boy shit. And I'm just like, whoa. How do y'all see it? Y'all look at us as being just so better than us? The Patriots, the Raiders, the Bears. Like, anyway, we'll cross those lines when we get to it. But yeah, I ain't listening to everybody talk that big boy shit when it comes to us. Mosey says, are we running out with the same guards or will Mumbo get in there? Yeah, I mean, nothing really I have heard that says there's going to be changes. Y'all let me know if y'all heard differently, but as far as I see it, You know, Coach Dable, he's gonna do the same old. You know, he ain't really gonna make too much adjustments. You know what I mean? So I expect that. I expect that for sure. Born for Sports is in the building. Shout out to my guy, Born for Sports, man. Make sure that y'all like, y'all comment, y'all subscribe to Born for Sports. A definite dope New York Giant content creator, man. You know the invitation is always open, man. If you got some time and you want to chop it up a little bit, we ain't gonna be up here too much longer anyway, man. But yeah, feel free, man, and I'll send you the link. Kenneth Perkins says, clearly Dable can't scheme them up, so it's up to the players to be great. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's also show up time for these players, and I think he's referring to the receivers, but receivers for sure. They can't just they gotta play above the X's and O's, man, and it's the time for them as well. They ain't getting no excuses from me. They ain't getting no excuses from me at all, for sure. So I'm with you. Let me see. I see you. Let me see. I'm gonna send this link real quick. Boom. All right, link is in the chat. Born for Sports says, bright and early, I see you, my brother. Salute to the chat. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button right now to TP Way the Giant. Man, that is a fact. New York Giants, salute to each and every one of you, man. Please make sure that you like this stream. You know, top of the morning, a little morning stream that we get into. Also, if you are new to this channel, man, please make sure that you hop on YouTube and you subscribe to TP Way the Giant, man. Subscribe. Also, man, look, I'm not asking for too much. This is all free. Don't be lazy on me. I need y'all, all right? Go also just subscribe to the Aboriginal Sports Network, okay? The ABS Network, trying to get things jumping off on that side of things. So please make sure you subscribe there. Get your plethora of football, hockey, baseball, wrestling. The list goes on and on of content that way, man. So, yes, do that. Frank White says, and the fact that Kafka came from KC and they read playbook to what be I don't know. We're gonna have to retype this one. For us, it's laughable. And they replay, but yeah, retype that one for me. Born for Sports says it's definitely now a never for hire. Yeah, for sure. Mosley says, I agree, Frank. Russ got 3 games and the bum got 4 years of screws. Come on, man. Exactly, bro. But I don't know. His bullshit works time after time for some reason, man. For some reason, I don't. Just when I thought it couldn't work again, man, it happens. He says, let me see. Kenneth Perkins says Russ ain't still decent, but he can't see the hole because of height. Born for Sports says still wants the coaching staff out of here. Yeah, man, I'm not fooled. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna send this. Let me see. I'm gonna send this link out real quick to my guy Born for Sports. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Boom. All right, cool. All right, we back. Kenneth Perkins says, I think Odell and Dart would be good, I think. Yeah, I mean, look, again, I'm not closing the door. I would love to see it. Born for Sports says, no excuses whether neighbors hurt or not. We better win tomorrow. Yes, man. Hey, and I'm glad he said that. All my Giant fans, man, don't look and search and crawl and fall for any bullshit or look for any excuses for tomorrow, man. Point blank, period. Don't look for no excuses for tomorrow. There is no reason as to why we shouldn't win this game. Malik Neighbors in or out. There is no reason or why we shouldn't win this game. So I'm telling you right now, we going in there with the mindset of we need to go in there and walk in their trap, take over their trap. Point blank, period. And whatever happens, don't come on this post-game live talking about all of these bullshit-ass excuses. No, because if that is the case, if there is a world where we go and lose to the Saints, we holding motherfuckers accountable. Best believe that. Best believe that. So don't be looking for no excuses, for sure. Yeah, and AJ Lee is in the building and says headed to NOLA now. Yeah, Funk Flex bomb for that. Funk Flex bomb for that. That's a dope game. This is a dope game to go to. You know, get that New Orleans experience. I know I don't even have to tell you to eat good because I know, you know, you're doing your thing with the catering and that aspect of it. I know you throw down in that regard. Shout out to you and wifey. I see y'all. And definitely while you there, man, make that New York Giant presence felt. Have yourself a good time there, my brother, man, for sure. My man, Double P, my man Pat is in the building, man. Giant salute to my guy Pat. My guy Pat said he's not a Falcons fan anymore, y'all. He's with the what was his team? Was it the Bills? What was the team? He ain't a Falcons fan no more. Booking Tackles is in the building. Says Dable needs a Josh Allen style quarterback to be successful. Nah, I think Coach Dable needs Santa Claus to be successful. That's the way I see it. Frank White says, just read that unofficial depth chart. Mimbo will start week 5. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's take a look. Let me see. New York Giants. Da-da-da. Let me take a look at this depth chart real quick. Let me see. 10. And oh, also I wanted to mention, man, Tyrone Tracy Jr. I know the status of the injury report says doubtful, but Coach Dable did make a mention like he's looking better and better. So that's kind of something I'm keeping my eyes out open for. If anybody knows, man, y'all let me know. I don't know if it will be this week if we see a Tyrone Tracy Jr. I would absolutely love for that to be the case. I think that would be a really good week for him to come out. But yeah, that's just something to also keep your eyes out for. Born for Sports is in the building.
Yeah.
What's the word,
up,
man?
What's going on, bro? Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute
yes, sir.
to What's up, brother?
Man, just talking New Orleans Saints talk right here.
Yeah.
Look, man, win. Win. That's it. Point blank. Period. That's the bigger picture of it all, man. You know, of course, there's different nuances. How you see this game, man? I know there's some people who's confident. There's some people who's not confident. Where do you stand, man, as far as what we have on the menu this week?
Well, the way I look at it is this. I look at it like they better not lose this game. I mean, I'm not taking no excuse, nothing. Yep. I don't want to hear it. This is a win. The Giants are better than this team. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if they playing in New Orleans or they playing in Dubai. Go get out there and get that dub. They're the better team. I'm not afraid of Spencer Rattler. People, you want to sell me Tyler Shook? I'm not afraid of him either. Go out there, be the better team. This defense, I expect them to dominate. This defensive line, I expect them to dominate. Point of attack is on the edges on our side as far as that goes with our D-line. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be without Ruiz, their starting center. They got some injuries on their offensive line, other injuries as well.
Yep.
It's tailor-made. There's no excuse. If they lose this game, don't even let Dable get on the plane back home.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's what I'm saying, man. No excuses. And I don't even want to hear none, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear none. And I feel more confident about this game than I do about any other game.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the Saints that we are talking about. And I'm going, you know what I mean? I'm going to talk just like that. So,
listen, if they lose this game, this is to me would be more devastating than the Cowboy loss because you're clearly better than this team.
Yes.
You know, you got a shot, TP, to make Thursday's game against the Eagles feel something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You win this game, which you're supposed to do tomorrow. You're 2-3. Okay, with a chance to reach 500 after dropping 3 straight in your building on a Thursday night against the champs and against the Eagles. That's what you want.
I'm glad you went there because now I want to ask you this. Hypothetically, right? And I know people don't really like to do this, but I like to get into these conversations. Hypothetically, we take care of business Sunday. We beat the Saints. Let's say we beat the Eagles following that. Where does your mind lie then and there? Where are you at with it?
I'm back in, baby. I'm back in, baby. You kidding me? You kidding me? After losing the first 3 seasons? I'm back in, baby. We going the next. We're back on track. We been well for 3 weeks. Get me back in the station, baby. I'm on it.
Oh man, hey man, look, I ain't gonna hold you. We beat the Saints, right? Boom, that's whatever. And we mess around and then beat Eagles Thursday night.
Oh man.
Hey man, I ain't gonna hold you. The boy might be back.
Facts,
the boy might be back in the sense of just like I'm going. Positive P is coming back in that sense.
Facts,
Positive P is definitely coming back. But
I am going to be insufferable until we lose another game. We beat the Eagles coming off 3 straight loss, 3-3. Right back in the mix.
Yeah.
We got a young signal caller developing at the same time. Yes, the neighbors thing is a cloud, but to win 3 straight and knock off the Eagles, bro, it's been a long time since we had a division win, man.
Come on,
you know, man. It's been a long time, you know, and Thursday night, you know, on a short week, you go out there, and first of all, let me tell you something. Let me just say this too, bro. MetLife had juice last week, and I'm telling you, bro.
Yes.
It had juice. I wish you were there, brother. I think I told you that too.
Please speak to that. Because it definitely looked like it. You were in the building, man. Let me know, like, definitely. What was the feeling there? Because you could feel it through the TV. And a lot of times,
I'm glad you did. Yeah,
I want Giant fans to also pay attention to that. If you're not at the actual game, try to get the vibe of what you may feel like it is there at the stadium to kind of get a better understanding. Yeah, can you please, man, speak to that and you know?
Yeah. Well, first of all, shout out to my Section 330 crew. We did a great tailgate. We had a good time there. You could feel it from the tailgate, just everywhere, because you know we chop it up with everybody out there. And everybody had that optimism back. You know what I mean? That was everybody that we saw out there was hyped. Let's go Giants, had their jerseys out, everything. It felt different. It felt like a little bit like it was the unknown optimism but like legit, like, hey, you know, we got a young quarterback here we like. Let's see. This is our hope here. This is our hope. We're already done with this damn coaching staff and this regime, but maybe this is the goal we're gonna find here in this cave of chaos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the juice was live. The juice in the stadium when we were watching the game, it was just so good. It was a nice hope right there. And when we beat the Chargers, it felt like that exhale of, all right, you know what? We weren't crazy before the season. We do have talent on this team.
Yeah.
You know, it's not perfect, you know, because of the circumstances that we're dealing with the staff or whatever. But the pieces that we envision, the pass rushers, you know, the receivers, you know, those things. You know what? We're not crazy. We know the eye test doesn't lie. And that's what we wanted. And if we go out there and play the Eagles Thursday with a chance to 3-3, I'm telling you, bro, I think it's going to be juice in that stadium for the first time since 2022. I really feel that way. It felt very 2022-ish last week, brother.
Yeah. I've heard multiple people, you know, kind of share the same sentiment, man, as what you just said. I think it speaks to, again, momentum. I'm big on momentum, man, because I think
Yeah.
that is the key, thing that you need in order to win the marathon, because that's what it is. I'm not
Right.
with the whole just, oh, we being good in spots. No, you want to consistently, have streaks of being good. And so while we go ahead and we had our first win of the season, we have a chance here versus the Saints to do the same. All of these pieces right here is just adding more and more momentum. And I
Right.
think it's like a steroid for this team, man, if we just keep, doing that.
I definitely agree with you, brother. You hit it right on the head as usual. I think this could be one of those. If we have a nice, comfortable win tomorrow,
Yeah.
now that confidence in the locker room is gonna accelerate, because now we just did it. Okay, it's the Saints. We know we're supposed to be better than them and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But if we put out there a good showing, like we are clearly the better team,
Yeah.
not just playing with our fool and fighting a way to win. I
Yeah.
think that locker room, despite the neighbors' injuries, is going to start to believe a little more and say, hey, you know what? We got something going on here, and why not us? Okay. And you know how, like, you come off a loss and you kind of want to get right back out to it because you don't want that week to linger with all the doubters and all the
Yeah.
media and all the
Yeah.
fans down.
Yep.
They get that win and go right back out there Thursday
Yep.
night with the crowd juiced.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, you never know what can happen, and I want to see that. I need that. I want to see that opportunity arise Thursday. But the Giants cannot play with their food. Go out there tomorrow, like TP has been saying. Go show you the better team, and there's levels to this. Levels. Go out there and get it done, baby.
Yes, sir. I don't want to jump too far ahead, man. I'm sorry, but we talk about this Eagle game, and now I'm getting a little more like interested about this Eagle game. This is another home game for us. This first matchup will be at MetLife.
Right. Big deal for me too. Yeah.
Look,
I think that's a big deal.
I'm just putting the pieces together, man. I mean, look, when we talk about an opportunity to do something, I mean, these are the things, man, that we have to mention. And it's not Eagle Week, it's not Eagle, but we know how we feel about them. So, just, yeah.
I'm going to be insufferable. I'm telling you, TP. If we win that game, Eagle fans, I know they better not. Don't even answer me, bro. Don't even answer me because I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of losing to our division in general. But yeah, we get that against the champs. Hey, we're back. We're right there. We'll be right there. But like you said, we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. We got to take care of business tomorrow, man.
So, let's say this. Tomorrow versus the Saints, again, I think we kind of feel similar, man. I think we both feel like, the Saints, we should definitely go out there and leave with a W.
Absolutely.
Especially after last week, you put these two games together. You tell me, what is the main thing that you'll be looking forward to, or you'll be keeping your eyes out on? I mean, some would say whether it's the passing game offensively, or whether it's the consistency with this defense, what is the offensive line, whatever it is, what is the one thing that kind of sticks out to you that you feel like, all right, I need to pay attention to this more importantly?
Well, I think it's two things. Number one is the way our D line dominates tomorrow. I want to see our D line. I want to see Dexter Lawrence. He's getting better. He's getting back to himself little by little. Made a great play the other day with a pick six on that pass. He's starting to become the havoc again. Dominate your matchup, Dex. This is all tailor-made for you. You know what I mean? They don't even have their best offensive lineman in the interior, so it's time for you to dominate. I want to see Abdul Carter, keep doing what he's doing, because I think eventually the results of the sacks are going to come. He's just too good. I mean, he dominated last week. I mean, they couldn't block him, bro. Seeing it live, it was that good, bro.
Yeah.
He was dominant. They had no answers, bro. They lined him inside. They lined him outside. They ran a stunt with Burns that almost made me go crazy. And it was outstanding. Yep. So I want to see that. Also, obviously, Kayvon has been tremendous.
Yes, sir.
So all the people out there that were killing Kayvon, can y'all? Yep. I want to hear y'all give him his respect, okay? I want to hear y'all give him some respect here because he has definitely met the challenge. He's really been really steady. And of course, Brian Burns has been an all-pro level, brother. He's been on an all-pro level. So I want to see our D-line, dominate, which they should. But on the offensive side, it's the play calling, brother. It's the play calling for me. I want to see if Dable and Kafka can keep Jackson on time, keep him in good positions, not just with the RPO runs. Yes, pick and choose your spots, but I think the Saints are probably going to be ready for that, and the Eagles, will be on Thursday. Right. We need to see some more diversity on the play calling and not just rely on that, because I honestly think now that Neighbors is gone, teams are going to start to scheme of stopping Scatterbo and that RPO game. So there's going to be matchups on that outside for Jackson to win, and I want to see if we can win. So let's hope that the play calling, brother, is on point and put our rookie in the right positions to succeed.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Couldn't have said it any better, man. Couldn't have said it any better. Look, man, we know. We know what we need to do. We know what we need to accomplish. Again, on the offensive side of the ball, man, I want to see things kind of stack on top of each other, and I want to see more of a passing game this week.
Right. Me too, man.
Again, I wasn't really too much on Jackson Dart's case because it was his first start. The timing, like I said earlier in the stream, the timing is a thing. You got to, get your reps in when it comes to that. Mm-hmm. But I think, look, man, I'm with Dart. I think I've seen enough to say I'm ready to ride. You know what I mean? So
I have never, bro. I'm gonna be honest right now, and I'm gonna say it. And listen, I hope our audience understands where I'm coming from here. Okay, you're talking to a Giant fan that's been about 40 years of this, okay? Let me tell y'all something. I have never seen a Giants quarterback with this much moxie, this much. I've never seen this, and it's a breath of fresh air. It really is. Man, I got to be honest, man. This guy has got the intangibles that IDGAF tangible, if y'all know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? He really has that. He can play the game, no doubt, but I love it, man. You can see why his teammates kind of like they're locked in with him. They're locked in with him, and it's just great to see that. You know what I mean? Like leadership, not the whole ho hum, and all of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like we'll feed the media that, but in that locker room, we're doing this. Like, okay, I love what I'm seeing, man. But please slide, bro. Slide. That's all I ask, bro. Slide.
I'm going to tell you this, though. I'm going to tell you this. Speaking of that, and I'm glad you brought that up. This was one of the, hardest things I've heard a New York Giant quarterback say on a podium, man. I love this right here. Hold on. Let me play it. Because this is something that I would say. Like, literally. This was hard. Look, listen to
Yeah, maybe that's not the smartest with my phone hand. But, I didn't really like the way he was looking at me, so.
This man said he gave him the stiffy because I didn't like the way he was looking at me.
Yeah, that's how I want my quarterback.
I said, yo, we got us one, man.
Yeah.
I didn't like the way he was looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not, words is one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the way he was talking. You know what I mean? That could get to you. I don't like how he was being dirty after the play or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't like the way he was looking at me.
Yeah.
Man,
that boy a dog, bro.
Man, that's what I absolutely love about Dart, man. And we've heard different sentiments, man. We heard Brian Burns speaking to the fact that he was talking, his little shit throughout the offseason,
Right.
We've heard Malik Neighbors talking about, him saying
that when they played basketball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little one on, and they was going in. Leak was testing the moxie, and he was like, "Okay, all right." I like
so. Also speaking, we talked a little Jalen Hyatt. We about to wrap it up soon, but I do want to play this for those who may not have seen it. Take a listen to what Jalen Hyatt has had to say.
This week have any advice for you or say anything to you about hey, go seize the chance kind of thing?
Yeah, we had a long talk
you know, he's one of my best friends, you know, on this team, and you know, he's been in my corner. You know, he kind of seen the adversity I've been through, and he just told me it's my chance. You know, this is the time for me to do what I got to do. So I'm gonna be ready, you know, at the end of the day, and I just can't wait to go out, you know, play Sunday and play with Jax, and you know, let's get a win on Sunday.
So this right here is just confirmation as to, like, this is not just something that the fans are just creating and just building up. No, this is a thing. This is the thing. They're looking for a receiver to step up and to play big, but particularly for Jalen Hyatt. Like, his number, like, it's going to be on him. So his number's going to be called, man, and people are looking forward to seeing, you know, him take advantage of this time.
If not now, when, bro? If not now, when? It's time now. Like, you know, he's how many years in the league now? You're a third-round pick. For whatever reasons are that he hasn't gotten more of an opportunity the last couple of years, it's time now to go out there and show why you were put in this position, why the expectations were when you came out, when we got you. And this is tailor-made, and I'm rooting for him. I want it to happen. Am I like confidence gonna happen? No. How can we as Giant fans? We can't do that, but we can definitely hope. And I honestly feel like we should go outside and get a receiver in here, but it doesn't sound like that's the direction they want to go right now. So let's hope Jalen Hyatt is up for the challenge. And if it's a good time as ever, brother, tomorrow, it will be great. It will be great. I'm rooting for him.
For sure. For sure. And just the last thing here, man, something that I just wanted to point out. I know I put out a video, man, just speaking to my man Drew Phillips, man, but this is what they say, PFF's secret superstar for Week 4 in the NFL.
Dog.
7 targets, 10 yards allowed, and this is he was lined up, you know, against Ladd McConkey for a lot of that game, man.
Absolutely.
3 forced incompletions and 1 interception, and a 0.0 passer rating allowed. Man.
He's just a dog, TP. I'm so happy he's on our team, bro. And I saw the other day when you gave your Soldier of the Week award to him.
Yes, sir.
I thought that was perfect because watching it last week out there, I mean, he was everywhere, bro. He was all over the place, man.
Yes.
He was in run pursuit, everything. Like, he was a dog the other day. And there was a lot of Giant fans that were complaining about Drew last week, okay, a performance against Kansas City, because Mahomes is making Mahomes plays on him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Listen, y'all, this guy is the dog. He's a dog, okay? It's on to our coaching staff to put these guys in the positions to succeed. Last week, y'all know how I feel about Shane Bowen, bro. He had a solid game plan. I will leave him alone for 1 week.
Yeah.
I ain't still out watching them all, but last week his game plan was solid. Drew was everywhere, and I'm glad we got a dog, bro. We got one.
Yes, man. That is a fact, man. So listen, we a little above an hour here, man. I want to thank each and every person, man, for tuning in and rocking with us. Listen, again, please make sure that you like the stream. Please make sure that you also just continue, man, to hit that notification button so that you know each and every time, man, that we are doing this thing. Listen, y'all know. Y'all already know what this game is. Y'all already know what we have coming up. But what I want to do, man, is Born for Sports. I want you to, you know, close us. I want you to go ahead and let people know where they could subscribe to you. And just last words, man, about this Saints matchup, man.
Appreciate
the floor is
it.
yours.
Definitely. Well, if you want to come, as y'all know, make sure y'all hit that subscribe to my guy, TP Way the Giant, man. Do what y'all do. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Y'all can find me if you want to know what I got to say. BORN, number 4, SPORTZ 75. Listen, we talk it all over there, all New York sports, but let's go out there and get a win tomorrow, y'all. Let's not play with our food. It's time. Let's go, Big Blue.
Yes, sir. Y'all make sure y'all handle y'all business, man. Make sure that y'all subscribe to my guy, Born for Sports. Let's go. We got a good one coming up this week, man. We got a good one coming up this week. I need all my New York Giants soldiers to make sure that we suit up. We get ready for war. And let's go ahead and add our second win to this thing, man. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Everybody make sure that you subscribe. V5, vote bump. Let's go. Post game live right after the game on Sunday. Make sure you tune in because I want to hope and wish that it is a celebration for another win, man. So don't meet me there, as they say. Beat me there. I will holler at y'all, man, and until I holler at y'all, peace.
AKA lion, AKA tiger, how we swinging nine, walking through the fire, certified pioneer. Yeah. Keep applying pressure to the foes, born closer than I appear, closer than my abyss. Yeah.